people here not good drivers?
Yeah, a little bit of that. But I like to take the Starro Drive loop. Get out of Brighton, come down here.
So you live in Brighton?
Back. I do.
Okay, interesting. How many hours would you say you drive in a week?
Probably 2.
2 hours a week?
Yep.
Just go out and just cruise?
Yeah, cruise, and then obviously to do errands and things like that.
Do you park on the street at home? Or do you...
No, I have a garage and driveway.
That's nice.
Yeah.
How long have you owned your car?
For 4 years.
Wait, what kind of car is it?
It is a Mercury Mariner.
Oh, that sounds amazing. It sounds like a great car.
It is. It's fantastic. I've never had a problem with it. I would recommend Mercury to anybody, but they no longer make them.
Perfect. Black market.
Yeah.
If you were to purchase a new car, what would be your price range?
My price range at this point, probably like $500 to $800. I told you my occupation before.
True.
No, but realistically,
If you had a job for serious income,
anywhere between 20 and 25.
And you already said your primary use for your car is just you time, errands.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Take a cruise. No, not really.
Do you ever in the summertime roll the windows down and then turn the AC up as high as it goes?
I've not done that, no.
Do you have a sunroof?
No, I don't. Yeah.
So it's not a Premier Edition Mercury Mariner.
No, it's not.
Okay. Just want to clear that up.
Yeah. Didn't get all the options.
So what do you do in your car? Remember, this is for a class.
What do I do, or what have I done?
What would you say are your what are the most popular things that you've done that you do in your car? Things that you do most often in your car.
Basically, drive and drink coffee.
Do you like smoke cigarettes in your car?
No, absolutely not. I'm strictly against that. Not cigarettes, just smoking in the car.
Here we go. Here's a very philosophical question for you. What does your car mean to you?
Freedom.
All right. So now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Just talk about sort of some trends in the car industry. What do you think are cool trends in the car industry? What have you seen that's out there that you think is cool?
I do think hybrids are really cool. My aunt actually has one, and the gas mileage is ridiculous. She's got, I guess, like a Ford Escape SUV. I've driven it a couple times. I think that's kind of a cool thing. Just because I think long term, if you can afford it up front, you can save money on gas.
How's like the power though? Is it like a beat car?
You know what? I didn't really get to test it out like that, but you see companies like BMW doing the same thing, and you know that they're probably putting a pretty strong engine in there.
So if you were in the market to buy a new car, and the car you were looking at was came in both a hybrid and just a standard gasoline engine, would you opt for the hybrid if it was within your price range?
After test driving it, I would want to test drive it just to see. But I'd be interested in it. I don't know if I'd definitely buy one.
Okay, cool. What would make your life easier in terms of driving?
If I was the only person in the car.
Great answer.
Because, yeah, I would not have to put up with these absolute assholes who just, blinkers should be an option in the car. Like, nobody puts on directional anymore.
That's what makes me want to shoot people.
Yeah, it's just, I'm just going to randomly brake and take either that or I leave the blinker on for, a mile or two. It's the eventual left.
Like, I'll make a left sometime. I mean, it's gonna happen.
And I used to have to drive all the time for work too. I did outside sales, and it was just, it was mind-boggling the amount of stress that idiots cause me.
And then, like, you go to like a sales call and you're like, all right, hey, try to settle it down before it's.
I would have to do push-ups in the parking lot to work off stress, so I didn't go in there. Yeah.
So is that how you keep stealth? You drive around, get stressed out, and then go home and work out?
Yeah, exactly. Smart motivation.
Do you find features such as automatic parallel parking to be helpful?
No, I think that's kind of a combo.
Do you think if you can't parallel park, you should be allowed to drive?
Exactly.
That's why it's on the driving test, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried automatic parallel parking?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever tried anything like that they like automate in a car, like the rear view camera? Or anything
I
like
actually think that that's very cool, especially in the city, because my driveway, it technically should be a one-way street, but it's a two-way, and cars park on either side. So the view is really, it can be rough at times, especially when it's snowing. So the rear view thing I think is helpful.
Let's see. So what do you think like viewing the auto industry as a whole is a trend that's currently going on right now?
I don't know if there's necessarily a trend with it. I think that they always market themselves the same. I think the truck thing has died off. You remember, like, over the past decade, especially early 2000s, it was just truck with GM and Ford doing that stuff. But now it's, maybe fuel economy now for that reason. I mean, you can see a lot of.
What about what do you see in terms of like car size? Did you see like a smallening of cars generally, or no? Do you think we're still like a big car country?
I mean, compared to like Europe and other places that you go, it's definitely. I mean, you notice the amount of SUVs you park here. So I don't think they've completely lost appeal. They're probably selling less, but you still see them.
And now, chance for you to use your creative energies here. What are some features you would like to see in a car of the future?
Car of the future. I'm kind of lost for that. I mean,
I think if a car could do anything, like if you, let's say, like didn't have to drive it, could drive you.
I don't necessarily want that. I like being able to control the car. Anything. I mean, that's
Like a microwave, or you could,
not really. I mean, I kind of find a lot of those things like TVs and stuff like that in cars that you see in some of the minivans now. I think that's just kind of ridiculous.
So would you say you view cars more as like utilitarian objects as opposed to?
Yeah, and it can be fun to drive too.
Yeah.
So you should just enjoy that. You don't need all these bells and whistles and everything else.
Cool. Alrighty, well, that concludes our